Hello, everybody. How are you doing? And welcome to the Marley Bird YouTube channel. This is your final video for the Bellini crochet sweater. Just to give you a quick reminder of what that is, this is what the crochet Bellini sweater is. It is lovely. I got back from the DFW Fiber Fest where I wore this sweater and I got so many compliments on it. And so I'm very excited that you guys are coming to an end on this sweater. I've already seen a couple of you guys finish your sweaters over in the Marley's Minions group, which is exciting to me because I know for a fact you can do the finishing on this. It's really not that hard. You're just seaming things together. So what I thought I would do is I would use this time to act as like a Q&A to see if there was anything I could help you guys with. So I know that I and coming here, it's a little bit later in the afternoon if you're on the West Coast, and it's in the evening if you're on the East Coast. So hopefully you guys are able to join me and jump in with any questions. I can see quite a few of you here. So make sure you tell me where you're joining me from. Where are you right now? What stage in the process are you with the sweater? It's okay. It's okay if you haven't even started, you guys. I want to make sure you know that this is not a race. Like, we always have a lot of time to do these sweaters, and so it makes it a really great project no matter when you're ready to do it. Let's see if I can get my camera to change. No, I have the right camera on. I must just be in a little bit more zoom. I was doing videos today. I'm doing videos for some projects that I have coming up. I have this stocking that I made this weekend that I just fell in love with, you guys. I used a new to me yarn. It's called Hirschner's Heathers, and it's Hirschner's Heathers worsted yarn. This is the amount I had left. Like, it's a huge ball of yarn. It's a huge, look at that. I mean, it's a huge ball of yarn. And so this, out of that ball of yarn, I made this stocking, and this is what I had left. So I'm in the process of making a second stocking. Obviously you can see I'm gonna make a green one. I just love the yarn so much. It's fantastic. And then I am also working on first fall. So I'm working on first fall with some Brava tweed. I'm using Brava tweed for that. So I'll make sure I'll give you all the details for that because that's coming up so close. So hi, Julia. How are you doing, friend? It's nice to always have you here. Hi, Shatika. Good afternoon and blessings to you as well from Alabama. I hope that you are doing all right after that terrible hurricane. I don't think it went through Alabama as much as it went through like Georgia, South Carolina, or like North Carolina and South Carolina edge, right? It wasn't a very good thing. My heart goes out to everybody who's there. Rebecca, you as well in Springfield, Georgia. Hopefully you are safe and sound there. It says, Rebecca, that you have finished your sweater and you love it. That is extremely exciting to me. I wish that there was a way I could have you go live here with me and show us your sweater. I think that would be amazing. But I am so happy you finished your sweater and you love it. Hello, Kathy from Maine. It's all right if you don't have your sweater done yet. It's absolutely okay. Julia says, I finished the back. I'll start the front as soon as I finish a gift. Girl, I completely understand that. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I tend to not be monogamous on any one project. Like, for example, I have this here. This is the Sandra PDA, but we're calling it the PDB because it's the V-neck Sandra. And so I have the front and the back done up to where they're halfway through the sleeves. So I have that I'm working on, right? And then I already told you that I took a break this weekend and I made a stocking. And then I'm working on first fall. And then on top of that, I'm working on projects for the next Buy Crafty Bestie box. So I've got 3 pairs of socks going on for that. And then I just got the yarn for Turkey Trot. So I've got that to go too. I mean, it's never ending here. So I'm always moving from one project to the next, just as it keeps my interest. And then as I'm working between crochet and knitting, and then knitting with, tiny needles for socks, larger needles as I make some of the other items. That always helps give my hands a little bit of a break. So that's always nice. Hi, Debbie from California, Amy from Wisconsin. And Debbie says, I haven't started mine yet either. I purchased DK weight yarn by mistake. Oh, Debbie, that sucks. Yeah, it's this piece here, as you guys know, it's sock weight yarn. So it is very lightweight. I was able to wear it in Texas, which by the way, you guys, was so incredibly hot. It was like I told my husband it was hotter than the devil's ball sack. Like it was so hot, you guys, so hot. But this was lovely to wear with my tank top dress. I got many compliments on it. And I'm very excited about it. One of the things that I did notice is there are a few of you inside of the Minions group, including my lovely friend Chrissy, who decided to do knitting for the edging here on the neckline. I love that idea. You guys know the whole idea of being bi crafty, where you're a knitter and crocheter, and being able to combine the two crafts is just so exciting to me. Because we wanted this to be 100% accessible for crocheters, we did not do a knitted trim up here. We did the slip stitch trim, which takes forever. I mean, can I get an amen? Takes forever, forever. But the knitted trim would be just stunning on that if you decided to do that. So anyways, yes, this is sock weight yarn. This was Hawthorne yarn from We Crochet or Knit Picks. You can order it from either location. And the link to this pattern is in the video description box below. And you'll see that the links for all of the yarn and stuff that we used are in the blog post in that link. So those are all of our affiliate links. So we're able to make a little bit of money as you spend money. It doesn't cost you anything extra. So let's see here. Julia, since the Bellini is for me, I'm not stressed about finishing it so quickly. Got way too many birthdays between now and Christmas. Not only that, there's also Christmas, right? So I just told you that I'm working on first fall. I want to have quick accessory projects, you know? So for me, first fall is that sort of like dipping your toe in to make a couple projects to kind of get going so that you're really ramped up, ready for the holiday season. So I want to run first fall this year, starting mid-October up to the 1st of November. And then the 1st of November is we're going to talk about the By Crafty boxes. And then right after that, we're going to talk about Turkey Trot. And then right after that, we are, Robin and I are discussing Jolly Holiday. So 24 Days of Quickies this year is going to be different. I'm not partnering up with other bloggers this year. It's just going to all solely be my own stuff this year. We just kind of need a little bit of a break, and it's a whole lot of extra work that we do when we're doing that entire thing. And you know what? At the end of the year, we just kind of want a little bit of a break. So I think we're going to just do the Jolly Holiday. And if you guys remember that from last year, it was a huge success. People love those patterns. So we're hoping to be able to do all that again. All right. So hi, Jenny from Milwaukee. Let's see here. Just found out about this. I'll get the pattern and I have plenty of yarn. I did the knitted cable okay, I'm sorry. I did the knitted cable squares when you first did it. The knitted cable squares when you first did it. Why don't I remember the cable knitted squares? Isn't that ridiculous? I can't remember. Catnip, I'm happy you're here. I hope you love the pattern. You know what? I've had so many compliments on all of my patterns lately, and being able to be with people at the DFW Fiber Fest was really lovely because there were so many people that appreciated the amount of work that went in to all of my designs. And I got many compliments and many people that were just like, I didn't know who you were. I didn't know who I didn't know you designed. Did you design that? That's so pretty. And so hopefully people will get to know me a little bit more and be able to join me for more of these make along events. Julia, no, sadly, I did not buy a lottery ticket. I should have. That would have been good. Okay, so by now you guys should know that as your pieces are complete, you're going to seam up your side seam. And the side seam on this sweater, I left a vent. Like you can make it to where you don't leave a vent open. Like you can make that to where it's closed, right? But if you leave a vent, it just fits really nice. It fits a lot better. So I highly recommend leaving that vent. And then, seam up your sides. Just you could whip stitch, you could do anything a little bit more. I think mine's just a whip stitch, guys. It's nothing big. It just kind of pulled everything together. Then you have this lovely ribbing right down here that is attached after you do your trim. Obviously, you have to do your trim. So once you do your ribbing, all of that is done. And then the very last thing to do is then to sew on your ribbing up here. And I did not do this as a join as you go because I actually found it really difficult because I did this part. My contractor did the rest of the piece and she sent it back. And she was struggling with this part as well. So I made this ribbing separate and then I seamed it on and it was just so much easier for me. Plus I was able to do the ribbing while I was at track meets without having to carry the entire sweater. And then when I came back, I was able to put together the sweater. I think I even showed you guys pictures. I pinned it out on a blocking board to help me seam everything together to make sure there wasn't an area that was puckering too much or another area. Let's see here. The sleeves. How many of you made these sleeves and you're like, man, those are so cool? Like, it's such a fun, unique, simple stitch. Just a simple stitch, simple details, and they just fit so nice. So as you're seaming up the sides, obviously you have enough room for the sleeves to fit into place. And then the very last thing for all of this is to give it a nice bath with some wool wash and then block it out to the schematic measurements, let it dry, and then you're ready to wear your beautiful Bellini sweater. Like I mentioned, there are people who did the collar knit, but then there's also some people who did the collar with some ruffles. I think I saw that there was another lady who did a piece with, I gotta go look. I'm gonna open up my Facebook group here and see what she did. I mean, she did ruffles too. It's very pretty. Do you guys mind if I share screen with you so that way I can show you what this other sample is? It's really pretty. So I'm going to share. Hopefully you guys can see. Isn't this gorgeous? So Sarah Hefner Hayes made this beautiful piece. You can see she has this gorgeous detail right up here with the ruffles. And then she used the pattern from the Bellini for the sleeves. So she did the pattern on the Bellini for the sleeves. So she made completely different sleeves. They're still like 3/4 length. She looks really good. She looks beautiful. She did a really excellent job on that piece. And then, of course, this one is gorgeous. This is one of the ones I was telling you of the knitted neckline. This is Becky Morningstar, and she chose a variegated yarn, and it's a long color changing yarn. I think she looks gorgeous. I think she looks gorgeous. And to me, she looks confident. You could tell that she feels really good in this piece. And she just looks really lovely. I think she even knit the ribbing down here at the bottom. She did an amazing job. I love that. I love both of those pieces very much. I don't think this is some of the other stuff getting blocked out here. So this is Deborah's. And Deborah was blocking out her sleeves, blocking out her pieces, making sure it all looks good together. And yeah, blocking the pieces before you seam them, I actually highly recommend. Did I write that in the pattern? I should have written that in the pattern. I think it's better to block them before you seam them. And then if you do that after you seam it up and then add your trim, you don't have to do another blocking. Like you're good to go there. I think it looks really lovely. But I think Deborah also, guys, she made a mistake. She made a boo-boo. She thought her neckline was too big. And so look at this. She thought her neckline was too big. And so she did some decreases. And it turns out that she made the entire neck opening here just under 4 inches. And she's like, so obviously I have to frog. So she's like, oh crap. But she's, a trooper and did a very good job with that. And you can see like everybody else, we all commiserate with her. Absolutely. But I love that she is doing the knitted neckline as well. And the great part about that, you guys, is that so many of you learned how to be Buy Crafty here with the Buy Crafty Bootcamp that dusting off your knitting needles and applying it to a piece like this is exactly why I wanted to make sure that we taught people taught crocheters how to knit and knitters how to crochet for the very same reason, because they just work so well together. They just work so well together. Rebecca, thank you. It is a knitted bottom. So Rebecca, it's you. Hi. Your piece is gorgeous. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You did an outstanding job. I love the knitted bottom too. Like I love the idea of having knit with crochet because I think it just looks beautiful together. Beautiful together. All right, so while I have you guys here, I don't want to keep you very long, but do you have any questions about the Bellini? Do you have any questions? If you're here and you're making the Sander PDA, maybe I can answer some questions there. Or if you have any other questions that I can answer, I will do that. Did you guys see my little pumpkin back there? You see my pumpkin? So I got this yarn. You guys don't know this. I went to Hirschner's last month. I visited their headquarters. I'm talking to them about some things. And they gave me this lovely Hirschner's worsted Halloween sparkle yarn. And they also gave me Christmas yarn too. That's really lovely. I like it. And so I got 4 balls of this. And I was like, okay, so I'm thinking about making like a poncho sort of piece to wear for Halloween. But in the meantime, I wanted to play with the yarn on something simple. And I was like, you know what? I think I should make a pumpkin. And so I made a pumpkin, and it is so stinking cute, y'all. And it came out where the colors like land perfectly. Let me show you. I did a video for it here on YouTube, but look at this. Can you see? Like, this was not planned to have like all the colors like perfectly portioned out. And it's just so simple. It's crochet. It's crochet through the 3rd loop with half double crochet. Very, very, very easy to make. You absolutely could do this. This is a free pattern on my website, you guys. Super easy to do. Super easy to do. Okay, let's see here. Ronnie, let me put this back here. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, Ronnie says, I sent a comment on this video of yours, how to weave in or bury ends so they don't pop out. I will be really happy to answer my question. All right, Ronnie, well, I'll try and go answer it, but if it's something I can answer here, just let me know. I try and answer the questions the best I can over on YouTube. There's, quite a few videos, so we get to them as best we can. But Ronnie, if it's a question I can answer here, just let me know. I mean, I know that burying and weaving in ends, that's my favorite thing to do. You guys know that though, right? Any other questions? Any other questions here? Let's see here if I am missing anything. I don't think I'm missing anything that's happening over here. As I mentioned, we do have First Fall coming up mid-October. Before that, we do have the Joanne Stitch Along happening. I am your teacher for the knit. It's like a mosaic knit cocoon sort of cardigan. I really, really like it. It's beautiful. It feels really good. It uses a new yarn called Bernat Fluffy, which I know you might think to yourself, gosh, it's kind of novelty. It's this, that, and the other. I'm telling you, you're gonna knit with it or crochet with it, and it feels so good. It feels so good. Like I really enjoyed working with that yarn. I enjoyed teaching those videos, and it's a fun cardigan to wear. I've worn the sample many times. The black, gray, and white sample, it's they're the same pieces, it's just a different sample. I think it's lovely, and I love using those pedestal buttons that I use by Jewel Designs, Jul Designs, to help keep it closed, and it just feels really good. Sandra, the Hirschner's yarn is awesome. Can I give you my affiliate link? Do you mind if I do that? So part of the reason I was there visiting Hirschner's was to get to know a little bit more about their company, and talk to them about their yarn, about their distribution system, because we're going to use Hirschner's for the turkey trot this year. And if that goes well, we're going to use it for a game day also to help people be able to access the amounts of yarn that we need and make sure that the yarn is in stock. So I was there learning as much as I can from them about all of that. And while I was there, we were talking about the affiliate program, and they were just like, we're starting one up. We're going to be really selective with who we choose to be a part of it, and we would love for you to be a part of it. And I was like, that's great. So I signed up to be one of their affiliates because I figure if if you guys don't already know this, like I'm never going to recommend a company that I don't like. I'm never going to recommend a product I don't like. If I don't like something, I just don't talk about it. I don't believe in like the whole putting people down and stuff. Like there's a time and a place for that, I guess, and I just feel like I just don't need that negativity in my life. So, if ever I am recommending a yarn, a pattern, a product, a designer, a company, anything along those lines, you can I am putting my name with those items, right? And that means a lot to me because it's something that's important. So anyways, all of that is to say I was very honored that they asked me to be part of their affiliate program, and I loved meeting the people. Gosh, I loved meeting the people there so much. I really hope I get to work with them some more because they were just delightful. Absolutely, like salt of the earth, you know, middle America, is that what it is? I don't know. They were just wonderful Midwesterners. Um, I really enjoyed being there. I liked their yarn. I never had used because they sell not just Hirschner's yarn, they sell other yarns, like they sell Spinrite yarns, Lion Brand yarns, a bunch of different yarns. And they've been around for 125 years, you guys. They have a catalog program. But I hadn't used their yarns. So they gave me some of their yarns, like I said. And like here's one. This is the one. It's Heather's. So it's worsted Heather's. You see how big the ball is? Like it's this huge ball. So this is when it was all like I wound this up. But this stuff, you guys, it feels really good. It's even softer than the Brava, as I feel the two. Like Brava's really soft. I really like Brava too, but it's soft. It's even softer than the Brava. I really enjoyed working with this. No joke. Like not saying that because I'm getting paid. I'm like telling you I enjoyed working with it a lot. And it was very, very reasonably priced. Very reasonably priced. So I thought that was great. Let's see here. Yes, Sandra, Hirschner's has been around forever. And I'm really hoping that we can bring more attention to them here in the online world because that's where we are. So I'm hoping that we can bring a little bit more attention to them here. And like I said, I'm really hoping I get to do more work with them in the future. So if you guys ever talk to Hirschners, let them know. Let them know that they should work with Marley Bird. That's the hope here, right? Okay. Well, it seems like you guys don't really have any questions and that you are working along on this pattern. You've either finished it or you're almost finished or you're going to start later on. Absolutely fine. I hope you enjoyed the this or that make along for 2024. It was really an impromptu make along that we just decided last minute that we wanted to put together. It wasn't one that we had planned. I was like, you know what? Everybody's asking about these patterns. We should just do something. And because I knew Chrissy was going to be working on the Bellini, and I knew I had videos already done for the Sandra, I was like, you know what? We could do this. We could put this together. So that's what we did. So I'm glad you guys were able to join us for this. Is this something you'd want to do again next year? Is this something you want to do again next year? Maybe we start it in August next year and let it go August to September. I don't know. Just some thoughts there. But other than that, I hope you guys are doing wonderful. Please stay safe out there. All of you who happen to be, in areas that were affected by Hurricane Helene or any of the future hurricanes possibly coming in, please be safe and know that I am caring for you, praying for you, and hoping that you get all of the help that you could possibly need from everybody around, government sources, nonprofit sources, like everything you could imagine. Because we're all here for you. We're all here for you. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'll talk to you again very soon. Thanks for being a part of this. Bye.